Hey guys, I'm back on Oxford with the definitions. So the word methodical, when defined, means orderly and systematic in thought or behavior. Now, as a nod to the last two episode topics, practice makes permanent, which was episode 42, and episode 43, slow and steady wins the race, I started thinking of how being methodical in our efforts towards the things in life that we desire or find challenging could make all the difference in our legacy. We're calling this one Methodical Precision. METHOD. Just Forget About It. Episode 44. And forevermore. I was listening to Frank Sinatra this morning, so Frank got me in a good mood. Frank's do it for me. You know, Frank Sinatra, Frank Ocean. Yeah. Now, if you've been popping in and out of the content of the subject matters that I've been covering, you may or may not have taken note that the topics I cover, and the goal is usually within threes, they relate. So, the topics go hand in hand as far as cohesion. Now, alternatively, some of those topics could also contradict one another if thought of in a straight, linear way. And I like to say about life, as I have been evolving and increasing my spiritual connection with Yahweh, God, Jesus, the source of life and all things abundant and great, I found that it is a cluster of understanding these contradictions and also a mix of accepting and breaking illusions that brings true fulfillment of self and maximum beneficial sharing of ourselves to those that need us most, or those that we have delegated should have the best parts of us, right? Now, methodical precision as a creative errs on the side of contradictory and accepting of certain illusions. Because when you think of the word methodical, it goes against all it means to be creative. Orderly, when most creatives prefer range and variety. Systematic, most creatives prefer freedom. But how different are these two adjectives in describing steps it may take to live within the true goal of what it means to be in our creative purpose? I would say not much. But again, it takes looking at things from a non-linear manner, pointing more accurately to the accepting of certain contradictions, specifically our orderly efforts within our methodical precision. As a creative, it almost sounds robotic, predictable, all things opposite of creative. And I get that. But the tee-hee-hee, I love saying it like that, tee-hee-hee, and being orderly as a creative, or even as just someone freeing their creative expression For those that don't subscribe to, labeling themselves a creative at, all times, we all can't wear the hat. It's all good. But that relies within you or us, me, not necessarily in what others see. Now, get me. So orderly in the manner in which you have noticed, okay, your creative downloads or motivation to act on things that seem overwhelming come. Like when you feel that motivation, like the thoughts and the ideas just boom, 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 step after step, when that happens. For me, it almost always happens in the middle of the night. And my nod to being orderly in my creative obligation is to be obedient to that fact without refusal. Because if I'm up and I've been given the mind to think about all the things that it was like boom, 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 God is going to give me the energy to sustain the next day. We worry too much about things that are not within our realm of this methodical precision, specifically being orderly in our creative execution. As crazy as it sounds, people that's really getting down with their spirituality and listening to the downloads from God understand where I'm coming from. All right? So I also understand in this, I'm being aware that the unconventional hour may be my only nod or attributes as it relates to the proportion of methodical precision in creative expression. So what I mean by that is the hour of me having that discipline, me being orderly and systematic, may be the creative aspect of that one attribute of my entire creative existence. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I feel like I broke it down pretty good. Now, systematic avocation to our life fulfillment in creativity is the accepting of illusion within the source of what we have come to know this word. So, for me, it's being boring and blah in a world of blasted individuality. That's illusion. Like we can all strive to be different, but what does it really mean to be different if we're all trying to be different? Illusions, you get what I'm saying? Now, accepting illusion through systematic avocation is basically being structured and steady. Remember, slow and steady wins the race in our output to our desires towards our self-fulfillment and ultimate goals, whatever that is, or whatever that may be for you. This not only creates discipline within ourselves, but speaks highly of our reliability to others. That can translate to trust and more opportunity. Because if people trust you, you have opportunities in life. We can definitively say that. So in bringing all these concepts together, we all in together now. How you like the weather now? Hey. We create a methodical precision around not only our efforts, but our receiving, because we like to receive. And who doesn't want to consistently receive blessings, prosperity, and growth? I'll wait. The discernment of knowing how to suitably use orderly and systematic ways to contradicting concepts and figments of our imagination is the sense of delulu that will have you forever doing you, boo. In all ways positive. Let's be clear that none of this should be at the gain or pain of others. So do you positively and in your methodical precision find your win within. Until next time, JFat